Hi traders, this is NKT speaking, and today, as always, each Monday we have our weekly Forex recap. It's September 10, and yeah, we will see different setups: Euro dollar, Pound dollar, Australian dollar, Dollar yen, and the BTC dollar. Last week was very good, and we had a lot of good setups, and fortunately we also had excellent trades on euro dollar that made more than 100 pips. So I was very excited, and I'm very happy that the market started to move as it should, and we always see very good setups and excellent movement. So I will show you, of course, results before we go with new setups. And of course, as always, these webinars are free, and definitely you need to know that we also are running a so-called Elite Currency Live that you can access on our channel. It's basically a Telegram service. We run webinars, we run live trading ideas, signals, and a lot more. And of course, these webinars are free. ECS Live is paid, but it's very fair price, and we are constantly making money. So far, we have been really making a lot of pips that I will of course show you with my FX book. Okay, all stats are kept in my FX book. But before I proceed with that, of course, first we go with the risk disclaimer explaining that CFD and Forex leverage products can result in losses that exceed your deposits. And have in mind that everything you see here is my own trading opinion and my own trading ideas. So trading rules for our session recap: we need to give price a breathing room. We enter in the zone. It's called the POC zone. Add a spread to your stop loss. Even if you trade via ECN, always at 2 to 5 pips depending on pair traded. For equities, also at the spread to your stop loss. For commodities, also at the spread to your stop loss. And have in mind that we take only one position per listed pair, whichever hits first. First touch of the zone is the most profitable. Also, positional trades are trend trades. Alternative trades are called counter trend trades. And breakout trades and scalp trades can be done independently of any position. So it means that if you are already in a, let's say, a buy trade, you can also go with a breakout trade or scalp trade. You need to have in mind that whatever stop loss you use, if you follow my trade setups, you need to add the spread. Always add the spread to your stop loss. These setups are valid for today, tomorrow, and sometimes the day after tomorrow. Pay attention to Twitter updates. Also, scalp trade should be done at or very close to important support resistance levels, and everything you see here is calculated by historical levels and Camarilla. Also add these levels to your system, and pay attention always to Twitter updates, because sometimes I might update if something changes. Just a quick question before we move on. Hi Nenad, I am an ECS Live subscriber. Is it possible for you sharing recap setups every Monday via ECS Live? Yeah, I mean, it's not possible, unfortunately, Ali, because these setups are not connected to our Telegram service. Basically, these are free for all, and Telegram is something that is paid. So it's not like I do the trade management. Basically, these are setups that I see pre-fact, not during live market conditions. So everyone should definitely pay attention to their own methods and systems and see if the setup is valid or not. So it's only for people who are not subscribed. Of course, for subscribers to ECS Live, we run trade management. We run everything that is like a full single service. And this is the result, basically, of our Telegram service. We started with my FX book on July, and I said it's not just enough to basically keep it on the paper, on the sheet, because people want to see our performance, and this is our performance. So it's basically, as you can see, it's connected to Exit Traders account that I'm running, and it's a real account, of course. and I'm trading this account, and it's 60% up. So basically from July, it's July, August, September. So it's like in 3 months, it's 60 pips up. So it's 60% up. I think it's great because, guys, basically, when you put the money in the bank, you will get 1% per year. If you make an investment, well, nothing is actually guaranteed that you will make money. Forex is not guaranteed, but when you trade like we do, when you know what to do, when you're following us, well, guys, then definitely join. Yeah, I hope that this will be 100% soon. So in a couple of months. So let's see. A very small risk, very, very controlled trading. So guys, yeah, join if you want also for our ECS Live. And these webinars are also free for all, guys. So just invite your friends, whatever. It's, of course, free for all. Okay. Yeah, I mean, before I start posting new setups, I always show what happened during the last week. And you can see here, basically, euro dollar was good for 120 pips. GBP dollar was good, well, it was a loss. But when the price hit stop loss, it went down basically into a sell, making more than 100 pips, but only after it hit the stop loss. Unfortunately, that is what happens from time to time. We cannot control it, but it's good to know that you can re-enter a trade if you see that it's actually going as I predicted. Yeah, GBP now is terrible. That is why I'm not doing a lot of GBP trades. But then again, well, if you lose a trade and you see that market is turning just when the stop loss is hit, you can always rejoin, even for a better price. But just to keep this, guys, clear and transparent, this is basically the result, and I always want to show result. And yes, a lot of short covering. Everything is basically based on the Brexit. So whenever something happens on Brexit, the pound will react, and it's normal. I mean, it's normal, and I need to tell you that you don't need to worry about, because when you trade with a controlled risk, you just need to know which pairs to trade and which pairs to stay away. And usually it will be perfectly fine. If you lose a trade, you can re-enter even for a better price. Okay. As you can see, results 180 possible pips, and with the BTC, the Bitcoin, 235. Trade of the week was the euro dollar, and this is what happened. This vertical line is the time of our webinar, and you can see here positional sell. Basically, guys, here you can see, well, basically you could have made the first trade. I mean, I always enter the first trade, the one which hits first, and this was alternative buy. So watch this, straight to our sell spot. Even though if you traded just one, as I always say in the beginning, you see it was a very, very, very good trade. So rejection from 1550 straight to 1620, and then it went up to 1670. So this was 1660. Okay, this was very, very good trade. Alternative buy trade, counter trend, complete counter trend. I also made a position on ECS Live, and during the weekend I carried over the euro dollar, just widened the stop loss a bit, and today, as you can see, it went above 1600. So I predicted it will go that way. I mean, it was like, yeah, I was very, very happy how it went. But sometimes we just cannot control what can happen during the weekend. And usually when price drops initially on Monday, even if it's very, very important level, then, well, it will shoot up usually next few hours. And that happened with the euro dollar. I knew it will happen. And I think that there is still possibility, if the price goes above 1650, it can make to 1730. Ali saying that his stop loss was hit. Yeah, exactly 1526, and then it went up. I made I also made a live Telegram message that, when I said that I'm still in. And guys, sometimes, yeah, you can re-enter if you see it. If you see that coming, you can re-enter, especially if you're trading Camarilla MACD method. You know what I'm talking about. GBP dollar. GBP dollar was in a downtrend, and positional sell was 29.30, stop loss 29.60, TP 27.40, buy trade 27.40. What happened? Again, Brexit news caused this spike, and of course, as Gula was saying, and Ernesto, this was really, I mean, something, when something unexpected happens, well, this is the reaction. And you see 29.30 was hit, stop loss was hit, and then the pound fell for some 60 pips. Yeah, you see what happened. Bang. Well, who would have known? But those things, guys, happen, and you need to know that Forex trading is always, you need always to, guys, when you're trading Forex market, always put stop loss, always put a slightly lower risk in your stop loss than what you're supposed to do. So if you think that 3% is enough, do it with 2%. If for you is 2% is maximum, do it with 1 or 1.5. You need to know trading is based on how much you're willing to lose, not how much you're willing to win. That is the biggest one of the biggest mistakes Forex traders make in their trading career. They always base their assumptions on what they want to win. It's not okay. It's vice versa. How much are you going to lose? How much you are willing to lose? Because when you put risk, you put fixed amount of risk into your stop loss. It doesn't matter if it's 2% of risk. You can put it in 100 pip stop loss, in 1,000 pip stop loss, or in a 10 pip stop loss. It's the risk, guys. Believe me, guys, it's the risk. The risk management, the risk trading is something that is very, very important. Okay, so GBP dollar downtrend. This was a positional. This was basically a losing trade, but then again, it could have been it could have been a win. The Australian dollar, I said, sell around 72.50, buy around 71.40. What happened again? Well, you probably entered this one, okay, guys, because this line, I always say this is the time when we have the webinar. So I'm showing you what happened after the webinar. The price went to 35. It's in the zone because the buffer zone is 15 pips, and bang, it went down. Even if you bought it here, you still would have been, yeah, you still would have made a nice bounce trade for some possibly 50, 60 pips. So the Australian dollar was also very, very good. Now the dollar yen. The dollar yen was also, yeah, this is the BTC dollar. I don't know why I didn't put the dollar yen. Yeah, the dollar yen slide. Let me just, guys, let me check something. I think I have the dollar yen slide. Where it is, the dollar yen. Wait, just give me a few seconds. I will open it here. Yeah, this was the dollar yen slide. Yeah, I will make it like this. Yes, now it's fine. Okay. I don't know why it doesn't connect. Wait, I will just quickly resume it. But you can see it here. Positional sell 111.50. Okay. Okay. Should be fine. Okay. So this is it, guys. Dollar yen. 111.50 was a sell trade and then alternative buy here. What happened, guys, was that you probably entered this one and made money, or this one and made money. Whatever you did, it was money on the table. because obviously this was also a very good, a winning trade. So I hope, guys, that you actually made something out of it. So the result is for our, and the result was for our session recap. This is, now let's go for today's setup. So guys, remember, these setups are valid for today, tomorrow, and sometimes the day after tomorrow. So it's early Wednesday. Okay, guys, early Wednesday. Don't forget about it. Early Wednesday. Do not trade it more than I say. It's important to know it's early Wednesday. So 1720 is a sell, buy is 1550. So if, let's see now the euro dollar. Okay, I'm still running a trade from our yeah, I need just to put this at break even. +1. This is, yeah. So basically, this is the trade that I was running over the weekend. I carried over the weekend, and yeah, I had a buy trade, and it's still in. You see here. So basically, let's see. I scaled out already. So I will use my template. Okay, it's Cameron made the MTF. So 1720, guys. If the price gets above weekly H5, okay, I will show you on 4-hour time frame. You see, monthly H3. If it goes here, I will be ready to sell it, because I think that there is a possibility for euro dollar to go higher up. It needs to break this line, trend line. If it happens, I think if it closes above this level, it has a good chance to go up. 1720 is a sell, okay, and 1550 is still a buy trade, because obviously the pair is ranging, and you can see how 1520 actually, but 1550 I also think it's good for a buy trade. So let's see. So this is euro dollar. Pound dollar also uptrend. 3090 is a sell, 2980 is a buy. So again, let's see the pound dollar. 3090 is a sell, so the price needs to go a little bit higher to monthly H3, because when you see, guys, monthly levels, usually during the first test or retest of monthly levels, we see a nice bounce or rejection. So I expect this to get here. If it gets there, I think it will be a good sell. And of course, 2980, if it gets here, I think it would be a retest trade, and the price could again spike to the upside. So sell from 3090, buy from 2980. Again, the Australian dollar selling continues, 71.65. So the Australian dollar, yeah, it's definitely, as I predicted, a lot of time selling on rallies. Yeah, you see, if it gets there, this is the order block. Let's see, order block here, and this one, daily H4. So this is a good confluence here, guys. Very, very good confluence. Okay, let me show you the chart. You see, 71.65, a lot of historical sellers. I think it's very, very good to see those historical sellers. Okay, just give me a few seconds, guys. Replying. So historical sellers here, okay, and there, 71.65. Order block, order block. It could reject from this zone, but this is still 15 pip buffer. And if it breaks down, there is a chance for a buy trade, 70.65. So we can sell it from here and buy it from there. The dollar yen, 111.50 and 109.90. 111.50 is again a sell trade, and okay, I will show you the dollar yen. This is a sell from this zone. Order block is here. You see, even above the ATR. If it gets there, it will be the overshot of the ATR. So this is a sell here. This upper band will still go lower. And you have a buy opportunity around 109 here. 109.90. So buying opportunity around this zone here. Still, it's in no man's land. This is the range. So whenever the range is broken, it will actually, you know how trend goes. Uptrend, then sideways. Then it can go again, uptrend, sideways, downtrend, sideways. Before a trend starts and trend exists on each time frame, there is a sideways movement. Sideways movement is not a trend. There is a lot of traders, educators, people who actually teach people how to trade. They refer to sideways movement as a sideways trend. There is no sideways trend. Sideways is just sideways. Accumulation before the breakout. Uptrend, downtrend. 4 market phases. Before each trend, there is a sideways chop range because market participants are waiting for a breakout in a certain direction. It can be a fake out or a trend. Whenever you see a range broken, expect usually a trend, sometimes a fake out. So we expect something to happen after this. This is the ranging mode now at this point. But generally speaking, you see, this is a big range. I think it can be sold from 111.50. Order block, Ali, is basically previous most obvious swing. I would say always like this. For example, take a look at this chart here. When you go to the left, for uptrend, the order block is the highest, most obvious swing high. Okay, this is the order block here. So you see, most obvious swing high before a breakout of the price. So whenever you see this, expect some sort of, you see the retest here. Price broke this range and retested it. This is also an order block. Price usually retests it. Bearish order block is the height of candle before breakout to the downside. For example, I think I should make a special webinar. I will make a special webinar about the order block. But let's say that those are most obvious and most important swing points. Those are order blocks. I think that you can find a few videos about order blocks on the internet from my side. So try to also, I think I made special videos because now it's not the time for it, but I think I had some videos on the YouTube. Yeah, Ali, you're probably using a wireless connection. Usually during wireless setup, sometimes you can hear my voice fading or something, but basically I'm not using wireless. I always use stable connection here. Yeah, I think if you're using wireless, then it can be because of that. Let's say, just for an example, guys, on euro dollar, if this is uptrend, okay, this is order block, this is order block. Now the price goes higher, higher, higher. When it breaks this one, this is order block. In the downtrend, price drops, drops, drops. This is order block. Price still dropping. This is the order block, okay? This is a cluster of order blocks. Double tops, double bottoms are always order blocks, okay? So most important swing points. Okay. And finally, guys, the BTC dollar. If you want to trade the BTC dollar, this is the setup. Buy 70.80, sell 75.40. So the BTC dollar is a crypto and it's volatile. Let me open the chart. So only, guys, if it makes a breakout at 70.80, this is a buy trade. So this is a market order. Basically, this is a pending order here. Similar setup to previous week, but because I don't know, guys, if this is some sort of dumping it, I cannot say go long here or go long there, because obviously, technically speaking, this is the good level to go long, 60.80. I can write 16.80, 61.30. You need to pay attention to that, but it's not a clear trade recommendation. So I would say pay attention to 60.80 to 61.30 for a buy trade. Because I would say, yeah, this is better, guys. So just pay attention. It's not very, very, very good market to trade now. And sell, I would say 67.45, not 75. 67.45. Again, pay attention, or it's better to sell it. I think it would be better because this is order block 2, triple bottom. So I would say 68.00 is a sell. So 68.00, stop loss 69, always stop loss, 100 pips, 1% of risk maximum. And target is, of course, 65.40. So this is, guys, potential trade on the BTC dollar. As I say, I'm not a big fan of this one, but I know that a lot of traders actually like it. So yeah, like this BTC dollar, this is it, guys. Just as I say, pay attention, guys. Pay attention. Do not trade blindly. Now, if you have any questions, guys, I will answer. Then I will actually again roll the slides just before we finish with the webinar. So if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask me. New Zealand dollar. Let's see the New Zealand dollar. I will just, I don't trade particularly a lot New Zealand dollar, but again, similar to Aussie, and you see basically the price is bearish. I would say if it makes a retest 65.56, you can try to sell it. Okay, yes, 65.56 could be a way to sell it. I think a good price to actually sell it. Okay. Next question is, okay, what do I think about GBP Australian dollar? Yeah, this is buying the dip. I would say 70. This is good one, but it already went up. So buy from here and sell from either here 73.38 or there. But this is big movement. I would say buy on dips. Dip here or there could be a good place to make a long trade, or eventually sell here or sell there. It still hasn't been retested, so it could be some sort of small reaction here. DEX 30. Yeah, selling from 12.50 as I predicted today. Definitely this is a selling zone. Only if it breaks this trend line here, it will make a continuation here. I think that you can actually buy there if it drops. This is a zone to go long. Inverted head and shoulders in euro dollar 4-hour time frame. Let's see. Yes, this is inverted head and shoulders. Left head, right shoulder, but then normal head and shoulders, and now big. This is big because everything here is patterns, what I see. As I said, this could be a big move on the euro dollar. I mean, at least to 17.30 if it breaks and closes above this trend line. Faiz is asking, when do we close the open positions if they don't hit either TP or stop loss? I usually scale out. It means that I protect. I close half of my trade and I put the rest to break even. It's called scaling out. It's called profit stop. So just close the half of your trade in profit and put the other half to a break even +1, stop loss +1. Adam is asking about dollar CAD. Again, bullish constellation here, and this is basically some sort of lean inverted head and shoulders. Not so clear, but obviously bullish. And I would say this is obviously the place to go long now. Stop loss should go there. If it gets there, then pay attention to these levels here, 31.15, 32.28. At least for a scalp trade, this could be a sell. But this is now probably it could spike because you see a lot of buyers here. The same spot, if it wants to go up, it needs to break. And it goes from the same spot as it did the last time. Historical buyers. NQ and NASDAQ. Okay, NASDAQ. I don't particularly follow that market, but I can actually add it here. Okay, just wait a little bit, guys. Yeah, I mean, this is okay. Yeah, this is bearish. This is looking bearish. You see, watch this. If it closes above this level, it still has some room to the upside, and then if it goes there, it will be failed head and shoulders at them, and it will go up. Watch this. Watch this. This is very clear. Obviously, this is the zone for a buy trade. And now it should go up. If it breaks this level here, it will go down. This level, some small room to the downside. This level, nice room till next resistance. Pacindo is asking, can you please create video about Ichimoku Cloud? Yes, maybe in the future I can do it. Yeah, why not? I think I could do it indeed. What about the dollar Swissy? It's completely counter currency pair to euro dollar. So dollar Swissy could possibly drop from these levels. Okay, and definitely it could actually make a nice spike here and then drop because this is bullish but very close to resistance. It should drop. And if you want euro dollar to go up, then dollar Swissy should drop, and it's close to resistance, so I think it will drop. This is the weekly candle, but you see some correlation between dollar Swissy and euro dollar has been lost. So I think euro dollar really has a nice potential to go further up because dollar Swissy should drop. I hope, guys, that this helped. I will roll the slides again. If you like the videos, of course, subscribe to our channel. You can join DCS Live, and let's make money as always, guys, together. I'm always there to help you out, and you can always count that I will try to give you the best possible setups. So I wish you a great trading week, a lot of pips, and of course, as I always say, guys, trade safe. Talk to you soon. Cheers.